Worry way too much about other people and not enough about your fucking selves. You know how you get good at business? You worry about your own fucking shit. You know how you get good at your job? You worry about your own fucking shit. You know how you get in good shape? You don't worry about how many reps the other motherfucker in the gym is doing. You worry about how many reps you're fucking doing. So you're gonna run a business? Do you think I sit in the fucking back room and talk to my key guys about what everybody else is doing? No, I don't fucking care. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I care what we're doing. I care if we're making the calls. I care if we're providing value. I care if we're... I don't give a fuck if anybody else is doing it. I care if we're doing that. And you know what? That's how you become a leader. That's how you become the industry leader. Because
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
You're innovating a unique path
Science
of your own.
solves problems.
When you spend your energy focusing on what other people are doing instead of executing on your own opportunities, you are setting yourself up to fail time and time again. And this goes against what society is, right? Society is all about gossip. It's all about talk. It's all about who's doing what. And it's never about worrying about what you're doing. Go to a fucking bar. What's everybody talk about? What their company's doing, what their boss is doing, what their coworkers are doing, what their aunt's doing, what their mom's doing.
Hulk isn't the only one with a temper. Banner can smash things too,
That's why
like
you don't see
instruments that
successful
don't
people
work.
hang out with people like that. Because they worry about their own shit, they worry about their own actions, they worry about what they execute on, and they worry about how they can get better at it.
You should be grinding and you looking at the score. The score is what it is. The score ain't about to change because you looked at it. Keep playing the game. Keep grinding. Keep working. And that other stuff will take care of itself. Everything has to do with you intending to win. If you make that shift, I'm going to win. We're going to play to win now. We're not playing to play. We're not playing to see how we do. We're not playing for fun. Once you decide to win, once you start getting some winning, you start changing.
success, man. They're able to pay their bills. They're able to buy a car. They're able to live in a decent house. They're able to
Sorry, Mr. Alton.
with their
I was
high school buddies or their
distracted.
friends, and they're doing okay in that
How you
circle.
doing today, bro?
And that's where they stay. And they stay
I'm
there until they
trying to
die.
grind out Lord on Hulk now. I finally made the decision
Ruts.
after talking to Hack Pappy last night. I don't think that Hulk is bad.
The whole. The degree of which you're rewarded is directly proportional
And I got a fedora, so that makes it 10 times better.
you put in.
I don't know why this shit.
It's a monument to the difficulty, and the pain, the frustration, and the shit that you have to deal with on a daily basis, and how good you are at dealing with it. And not only how good you are dealing with it, how good you are at asking for fucking more. Being successful in life, building the life that you want, is going to take constant evolution. It is going to take constant progression. It is going to take a constant discipline towards looking for the next hardest thing.
You have to make yourself uncomfortable on a consistent basis. The things that you're afraid to do, you're actually afraid to take it. You take it. When you feel uncomfortable, you know what? I'm conditioning myself for success. Greatness is in you, but the problem is somebody's got to push you. The problem is somebody's got to give you reward. Somebody's got to push you. The problem is you're not self-motivated. You have to stay in beast mode. And so technically, you can go back to sleep. Technically, if you go back to sleep, you might not wake up to 3:30. You might not wake up to 4 o'clock. And if you wake up at 4 o'clock, Eric, for 30 minutes of sleep, you might be pushing your goals back a week. You might be pushing your goals back a month. You might be pushing your
Great, bro. I'm
goals
doing
back
alright, and you? I'm surviving, bro.
an opportunity.
I would be lying if I said I'm in the best headspace, but you know, the grind don't stop.
Do what it is you know you're supposed to do, or you get to take the play off because no one's going to know the difference. Because it's really easy for anybody to come up with days to feel and kill you. But what happens on the days that you don't feel like killing? What happens on the days that you don't feel like getting out of bed? Because those are the days that are going to decide where you end up in life.
Shit. Damn, bro.
There are two ways to be successful. And I don't
But we grinding, bro. Like, I need to put out some reels. I was looking at Prospering and how he's been doing his stuff. Trying to get back to my motivational mindset.
You might have a father that can give you everything your little heart desires, but you will not outwork me. Why? Because I realize you're gonna live your dream more than what you're gonna do. I'm saying that some of you in this room, you might have a small beginning. You might not have a lot of money. You might not have a lot of resources. And I need you to understand that the bigger your dream is, the earlier you're gonna have to get up. The longer you're gonna have to stay up. I'm talking about concrete commitment. I'm talking about
fuck is my team?
Because they demand that of themselves every day. Those are the ones who achieve true confidence, true
Bro, what is my team doing back here, bro? Why are they just getting fucking touched? Yeah, bro. Did I get MVP or somebody else get it? The Cloak and Dagger got MVP and I died 4 times. Kinda wild. Kinda wild. There was a point in time where I was just not getting healed at all. Pretty much starting at ground zero with Hulk. I don't think I've played him ever.
It doesn't matter when the last time I ate. It doesn't matter.
I don't care how you're feeling, and neither should you.
It's actually not that complicated. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no? Are you going to eat the donut? Yes or no?
GG's.
Are you going
What are you up to?
yes or no? Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. Make the binary code decision. Yes or no. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it. Get up! Act like you playing basketball. Act like you playing football. Compete! That's what bothers me. Many of y'all are not competing. I need effort. Compete! Act like you playing football. Go in that doggone classroom. Compete! Many of you have lost your competitive edge. Get your competitive edge back. I'm not against no other motivational speaker. I'm just competitive. When you dedicate your life, you don't care anything about the odds. When the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. When you're working, you have a wall to break through. A friend of mine, he runs a marathon. He says, when he's running the 26-mile marathon, he said, let's say that hypothetically, that 18th mile
other.
You don't punish yourself, it's never gonna happen. You don't punish yourself. Somebody say, "E, you losing weight." I punish myself. I don't eat meat no more. That's a punishment. I had to give something up to go up. What do you give up? Do you not watch TV? That's your problem. You get to watch TV and not make money and still survive. The reason why you broke is because you get no reward and you ain't working. You gotta stop playing. Everything is favorable, you a beast. But when the conditions ain't right, you get smacked in the face. You gotta grow up. You gotta be a morning person, afternoon person, night
GG's, oh yeah, they all left that side. Just here, might edit some clips after the meeting. Just got back from class. I just woke up a little bit ago. I wanted to start this challenge early. I saw a prospect on at like 7:30 in the morning, and I was like, yo, I gotta do better. It's kind of gonna suck because my schedule's gonna change drastically once I start back at work, but I guess that's 2 weeks from now, so I don't have to worry about that right now.
If you have a habit that you do things on a consistent basis that you don't usually do, it makes you scared. It scares that you get out of. It makes you stretch your comfort zone. You can do that. Not one time, not two times, not three times, but hundreds and hundreds of times on a consistent basis. That is the habit. Not just to be successful, but to stay successful.
Life don't give you what you want. Life gives you what you'll accept. If you'll accept being average and ordinary, that's exactly what you got.
You gonna play any games today?
If you'll accept having financial problems, that's exactly what's gonna happen to you. If you'll accept
Ah,
being happy,
I'm so tired, bro.
see, winners expect to win. Winners show up to fight. Winners demand for themselves success and happiness and fulfillment. Folks, there ain't nothing you can't do if you want it bad enough.
They killed her for that.
Everything I've gone through, I realized that the human mind, if you can put it in a very quiet, calm place and get it to calm down and not be so spastic, then you could possibly make this work out for you. How bad are you really? So I calmed myself down and I had to make this enormous thing small. I had 30 more miles to run. And my
Bro, I
body
just
was
get
working
blown up because of my heat.
my entire life, the worst pain I ever felt in my life. So I broke this 30-mile thing down. I broke it down to small chunks. I calmed my mind down. I had to get water. I had to get potassium. I had to get sodium. I had to stop being so dizzy because I had to be able to stand up. So my dizziness went away after about an hour. I was able to stand up now. And I was going around this track at like 30-some minute mile. And I'll never get my crew person saying, hey, I got to mile 81. They said, you're not going to make the time. I had 24 hours and I was going so slow, taking so much time. This is when I realized that the
Jesus
human
Christ,
mind,
bro.
once everything gets connected, once the mind knows you're not going to quit something, it's going to try to find more. It's going to try to give you more. Once it realizes you're not going to take the path of least resistance, you're going to stay here until it's done. My mind and my body and my spirit became one for the first time ever. For the first time ever, it became one. And I went to a level that I never thought was humanly possible for myself or anybody else. In that shape that I was in, I was able to run 19 miles to a level that I never, my mind and my mind. I got to mile 81. They said, you're not going to make the time. I had 24 hours and I was going so slow, taking so much time. This is when I realized that the human mind, once everything gets connected, once the mind knows you're not going to quit something, it's going to try to find more. It's going to try to give you more. Once it realizes you're not going to take the path of least resistance, you're going to stay here until it's done. My mind and my body and my spirit became race with such clarity to me. And it was just the most amazing thing I ever do in my life.
I was at the very edge of my capability and wasn't sure that I could take one more step. I felt like I drained 99% of my tank capacity. My gas levels, my engine shuttered. I knew I had to find more if I was going to finish this race and get myself in the battle. How do you push yourself? Pain is all you feel with every step. When agony is a feedback loop that permeates each cell in your body, begging you to stop. That's tricky because the threshold of yourself is different for everybody. What's universal is the impulse to succumb, to feel like you've given everything you can and that you are justified in leaving the job undone. By now, I'm sure you can tell that it doesn't take much for me to become obsessed. Some criticize my level of passion, but I'm not down with the prevailing mentalities that dominate American society these days. The ones that tell us to go with the flow or invite us to learn how to get more with less effort. Fuck that shortcut culture. The reason I embrace my own obsessions and demand and desire more of myself is because I've learned that it's only when I push beyond me inside, past my perceived limitations, that I'm capable of accomplishing more physically in endurance races, but also in life as a whole. And I believe the same is true for you. The human body is like a stock. We may look different on the outside, but under the hood we all have huge reservoirs of potential and a governor impeding us from reaching our maximum velocity. In a car, the governor limits the flow of fuel air so it doesn't burn too hot, which places a ceiling on performance. It's a hardware issue. The governor can easily be removed, and if you disable yours, watch your car rocking beyond 130 miles per hour. It's a subtle process in the human animal. Our governor is buried deep in our minds, intertwined with our very identity. It knows what we do, love, and hate. It's read our whole life story and formed the way we see ourselves and how we'd like to be seen. It's the software that delivers personalized feedback in the form of pain and exhaustion, but also fear and insecurity. And it uses all of that to encourage us to stop before we risk it all. But here's the thing, it doesn't have absolute control. Unlike the governor and an engine, ours can't stop us unless we buy into its bullshit and agree to quit. Sadly, most of us give up when we've only given around 40% of our maximum effort. Even when we feel like we've reached our absolute limit, we still have 60% more to give. That's the governor in action. Once you know that to be true, it's simply a matter of stretching your pain tolerance, letting go of your identity, and all your self-limiting stories, so you can get to 60%, then 80% and beyond, without giving up. I call this the 40%. And the reason it's so powerful is that if you follow it, you will unlock your mind to new levels of performance and excellence in sports and in life. And your rewards will run far deeper than mere material success. The 40% rule can be applied to everything you do, because in life, almost nothing will turn out exactly as we hope. There are always challenges, and whether we are at work or school or feeling tested in our most intimate and important relationships, we will all be tempted to walk away from goals, give up on our goals and dreams, and sell our own happiness short at some point, because we will feel empty, like we have no more to give when we haven't tapped
Brother.
half of the truth buried deep in our minds, hearts, and souls. I know how it feels to be approaching an energetic dead end. I've been there too many times to count. I understand the temptation is so short, but I also know that impulse is driven by your mind's desire for comfort. And it's not telling you the truth. It's your identity trying to find sanctuary, not help you grow. It's looking for status quo.
Try and get some nap
not
later. Be
reaching
right
for
back, sharing
greatness
link.
or
Yeah, I need to complete the challenge of Fortnite for
the
that
software
free skin.
update that you need to shut your governor down is no supersonic download. It takes 20 years to gain 20 years of experience. And the only way to move beyond your 40% is to callous your mind day after day, which means you'll have to chase pain like it's your damn job. Imagine you're a boxer, and on your first day in the ring, you take one on your chin. It's gonna hurt like fucking hell, but a year, 10 of being a boxer, you won't be stopped by one punch. You'll be able to absorb 12 rounds of getting beat the fuck down and come back the very next day and fight again. It's not that the punch has lost power. Your opponents will be even stronger. The change has happened within your brain. You've calloused your mind. Over a period of time, your tolerance for mental and physical suffering will have expanded because your software will have learned that you can take a hell of a lot more than one punch. And if you stay with any task that is trying to beat you down, you will reap rewards. Not a fighter. Say you like to run, but have a broken pinky toe. I'll bet if you continue running on it, pretty soon you'll be able to run on broken legs. Sounds impossible, right? I know it's true, because I've run on broken legs. And that knowledge helped me endure all manner of agonies on the ultra circuit, which has revealed a clear spring of self-confidence that I drink from whenever my tank is dry. But nobody taps their reserves 60% right away or all at once. The first step is to remember that your initial blast of pain and fatigue is your governor talking. Once you do that, you are in control of the dialogue in your mind, and you can remind yourself that you are not as drained as you think, that you haven't given it your all, not even close. Buying into that will keep you in the fight, and that's where the extra fight is at. Of course, that's easier listened than done. It wasn't easy to begin the fourth lap of the Hurt 100 because I knew how much it would hurt. And when you're feeling dead and buried, dehydrated, wrung out, and torn the fuck up at 40%, finding that extra 60% feels impossible. I didn't want my suffering to continue. Nobody does. That's why the line fatigue makes cowards of us all. It's true as shit. Mind you, I didn't know anything about the 40% rule that day. The Hurt 100 is when I first started to contemplate it, but I had hit the wall many times before, and I had learned to stay present and open-minded enough to recalibrate my goals, even at my lowest. I knew that staying in the fight is always the hardest and most rewarding first step. Of course, it's easy to be open-minded when you leave yoga class and are taking a stroll by the beach, but when you're suffering, keeping an open mind is hard work. The same is true if you are facing a daunting challenge on the job or at school. Maybe you are tackling a 100-question test and know that you bricked the first 50. At that point, it's extremely difficult to maintain the necessary discipline to force yourself to keep taking the test seriously. It's also imperative that you find it, because in every failure, there is something to be gained, even if it's only practice for the next test you have to take, because that next test is coming. That's a guarantee. The 1 second decision is, I had to live through that 1 second decision several times during this race. So this race took me 100 and some hours, okay? And this is what people don't get. For you to finish that race, even though I DNF'd, I still finished in the time. So there's a lot of pride in that. So what I do in that 1 second, we all think about quitting. But what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information during pain. Because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally. You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. That's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's going to get you through hard times. Most people fail that 1 second. So what happens, what I do in that 1 second, and there's a bigger process to all this, but in that 1 second, I physically stayed in that water. Because if I get out of the water, I quit. So I physically stay in the water, but mentally, I'm on the beach with the instructors. And the instructors, it's cold outside, so they got these parkas on. They got their cup of Joe, and they're warm because they've already been through it. So now it's your turn to go through it. So mentally, I get back with them. I'm still in the water physically, but mentally, I'm back with them. I'm chilling. I got my parka on, and now I'm thinking logically, because I'm warm now. Mentally, I'm warm. I've taken that 1 second. Let's not quit yet, guys. Let's think about your options. Where are you going to end up if you quit this? Where are you going to go? What are you going to say to yourself? Because you know you're going to get warm. The second you get out of this water, you're going to take a shower, and you're going to be warm. And you could be, and in 5 days you could be out. So I start thinking logically. I calm my brain down because your brain just wants to get out. Ring the bell, push your helmet down, get warm, and then you're really. And these are the things you have to think about in 1 second decision. So that's what that's all about. It's about gaining control of your mind, putting things back in the proper perspective, and then saying, I really do want to be here. And I'm going to have a bunch of these 1 seconds through this 130-hour journey. And I have to learn to control these. Because if I fail one of these 1 seconds, I will not be a SEAL. I will not be a doctor. I will not be a lawyer. I will not be whatever the fuck it is. So that's how important that 1 second decision is. It's all about your mind takes control of you. You have to say, I run this. And that's what that's all about. We must create a system that constantly reminds us who the fuck we are when we are at our best. Because life is not going to pick us up when we fall. There will be forks in the road, knives in your cooking bag, mountains to climb, and we are only capable of living up to the image we create for ourselves. Prepare. We know life can be hard, and yet we feel sorry for ourselves when it isn't fair. From this point forward, accept the following as Goggins' laws of coaching. You will be made fun of. You will feel insecure. You may not be the best.
Brother.
You may be the only black, white, Asian, Latino, female, male, gay, lesbian. There will be times when you feel alone. Get over it. Our minds are fucking strong. They are our most powerful weapon, but we have stopped using it. We have access to so many more resources today than ever before, and yet we are so much less capable than those who came before us. If you want to be one of the few to defy those who have ever solved this society, you have to be willing to go to war with yourself and create a whole new identity, which requires an open mind. It's funny, being open-minded is often tagged as New Age or soft. Yeah. Being open-minded enough to find a way is old school. It's what knuckle draggers do. And that's exactly what I did.
Failure is just a word. For me, failure was me having more information on how to succeed. That's all failure became to me. So I failed so much. Pull-up records, running events, had to quit this, buzz, Rangers, all this crap I had to go back through. All that was, oh, I failed because of these reasons here. Go back to the drawing board, figure out the right equation, put it together, go back, fail again. Oh, but I got more information. So everything I was afraid of, I made sure to meet it right in the face and overcome it. We live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Our whole life is set that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. So for me, I realized that. The reason I became 297 pounds is because that was comfortable. What was very uncomfortable was running. What was very uncomfortable was being on a diet. What was very uncomfortable was trying to face things that I didn't want to face. And I also realized when I was really big, I had no growth. Why? Because I was living comfortable. So I realized for me to find growth, I had to face all of these different things that made me very, very uncomfortable. One thing I faced was running. I absolutely hated running. But I knew for me to grow, I had to do the thing every single day. I wanted to start callousing my mind. I wanted to start becoming a better person. And how you become a better person, how you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face. If you constantly run away from things that you don't want to face, how is there growth? How is there mental toughness? I can give you a class all day long about self-talk, visualization, eat an elephant one bite at a time. But if you're never putting yourself in a situation to actually practice these things, you're never going to grow. I can't put you out there we're all going through a battle in our minds. A warrior is not a person that carries a gun. The
God
biggest
damn,
war
bro.
you're ever going through is right between your own ears. It's in your mind. We're all going through a war in our mind, and we have to callous our mind to fight that war and to win that war.
When I first got into endurance events, I loved the breakdown plays because the suffering made me feel alive. It reminded me that I'd gone all out. This time, I didn't relish it the same way, but I knew that breakdown was a byproduct of an all-out effort, and that if I explored the crevices of my mind, I would find valuable lessons, which tend to spill out with any other avenue. Most
Bro.
people prefer to avoid breakdowns like this because the suffering can be so overwhelming. It just might mark you forever. I embrace breakdown and welcome the scar. There is a hell of a lot of information in scar tissue. Scars are proof that the past is real. Physical scars never go away. And when you look at them, they can bring you right back to a specific place in time. But the scar tissue that builds up around that wound is weak. Professional fighters who've been hit in the face thousands of times bleed faster than those who have never been punched. Once you've been cut deep, you are forever vulnerable to bleeding. The same is true for the mental and emotional scars that we all carry with us. The scars we cannot see. They might be invisible, but they affect us much more severely than physical scars. Mental and emotional scars are our weak spots, and they can open up just as easily as physical scars unless we do the work to strengthen them. If you haven't dealt with your scars, they can alter your life's path. You will be prone to failure during difficult physical and emotional situations, whether that's during an athletic event at work or in your home life. And eventually, you will land back in front of your mirror that never lies. Breakdown is its own kind of mirror. Whatever you're made of is laid out in front of you, clear and plain. Your history and mindset become a weathered old map, ridged with your scars. And if you read them like an archaeologist on a dig, you might uncover the code you need to rise again and become better and stronger. Because there is no transformation without breakdown, and there is always another evolution, another skin to shed, a better and deeper version of ourselves waiting to be revealed.
Every morning I wake up, it's not just about working out, but for me, working out has been a very big part of my mental growth. So for me, if I am not challenging myself every day, then I swear to God, people will not believe it. I was over almost 300 pounds twice in my life. A person that does that twice in his life does not enjoy cardiovascular activity. Okay? So people can put anything they want to in their head. I did realize one thing. The things I don't enjoy that I still do, that's where growth is at. And that's, for me, the only place growth is at is in that very uncomfortable, in that uncomfortable zone. So, for instance, today I woke up and I just got to London and I don't know where to run here. It's very difficult to run around this place. So someone said, hey, you can run around out here like on this 1 mile block. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that. So I went down to the gym and there's this like crazy elliptical trainer, but it's not a normal elliptical trainer. It's one that you like almost self-power. So I got on that thing and I realized, man, it sucks. And after like 2 minutes, I'm like, I don't want to do this. So right then I realized, it looks like we're gonna be here for a while. So I did that for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm not saying do that, but that's something I did today. Once my mind said, you know, let's not do this today. And I said, well, since my mind went there, I redirected it and said, just for having that weak thought, we're going to be on here for a while.
For many people, the haunting begins the minute they wake up. Maybe they are fat or disabled, feel ugly, or failing, overwhelmed at school. And it consumes them. Their obsession with their own imperfections impossible to see possibilities or seize opportunities. We have to learn to stop looking for a sign that the hard time will end. When the distance is unknown, it is even more critical that you stay locked in so the unknown factor doesn't steal your focus. The end will come when it comes, and anticipation will only distract you from completing the task in front of you to the best of your ability. Remember, the struggle is the whole journey. That's why you're out there. That's why you signed up
Brother.
for this race or that class or took the damn job. There is great beauty when you're involved in something that is so hard. Most people want it to end. We can make any obstacle as big or small as we like. When you're climbing a mountain or involved in any other difficult task, the only way to free yourself from the struggle is to finish it. So why bitch about it when it gets hard? Why hope it will end soon when you know it will end eventually? When you complain and your mind starts groping for the eject button, you are not bringing your best self to the task, which means you are actually prolonging the pain. The hard chargers keep their heads down and hammer away. They have trained their minds to stay hard in those hard moments. They recognize the false summit for what it is and will always act as if they are nowhere near the top. Most people slow down and suffer on a steep trail, but slope and elevation are of no consequence to the hard charger. They keep their mind in attack mode until there are no more mountains to climb, and when they actually reach the top, they wish it had lasted a little bit longer. If you want to maximize minimal potential and become great in any field, you must embrace your savage side and become imbalanced, at least for a period of time. You'll need to funnel every minute of every single day into the pursuit of that degree. That starting spot, that job, that edge. Your mind must never leave the cockpit. Sleep at the library or the office. Hoop long past sundown and fall asleep watching film of your next opponent. There are no days off, and there is no downtime when you're obsessed with being great. That is what it takes to be the baddest mother ever at what you do. Know that your dedication will be misunderstood. Some relationships may break down. The savage is not a socialized beast, and an imbalanced lifestyle often appears selfish from the outside. But the reason I've been able to help so many people with my life story is precisely because I embraced being that imbalanced while I pursued the impossible dream of becoming the hardest motherfucker ever. That's a mythical title, but it became my compass bearing, my North Star. When you observe highly successful individuals, it may seem tempting to conclude that they were inherently born with their capabilities, that they possess innate talent, and that's the end of the story. However, talent, while undoubtedly making life more straightforward, is just one piece of the puzzle. Reflecting back, I was once a shy and fearful person. Ironically, this apparent misfortune turned into a source of strength, igniting significant changes in my life. By consistently stepping out of my comfort zone, I not only conquered social shyness and improved my communication skills, but also nurtured robust self-confidence and overcame other fears in my life. I might not have been naturally inclined to excel in social settings. I still prefer solitude over crowds. However, with self-discipline and persistent effort, I attained remarkable results. So, the next time you think you lack talent in a particular area or believe you weren't born with inherent abilities, remind yourself that in many situations, self-discipline can compensate for the absence of inborn traits. Living life seems easy when you take the hard path and challenging when opting for the easy way out. Self-discipline demands traversing the difficult route, resisting temptations and immediate gratification in exchange for more substantial and superior rewards in the future. It might seem simpler to avoid discomfort and indulge in immediate pleasures, but eventually, this approach only offers fleeting pleasure at the cost of a potentially much improved future. Imagine a person lacking determination who, when faced with a challenge, chooses to withdraw immediately. How likely is such an individual to achieve something significant in life when their primary value lies in seeking comfort? Contrast this with someone who voluntarily embraces difficulties. They actively seek and welcome challenges as opportunities for personal growth. Each self-imposed trial toughens them, making them less susceptible to being overwhelmed by life's adversities. They become more resilient as they face difficulties.
Yeah, that shit was kind of wild, bro. Like, they literally threw that, bro. We had 3 healers.
Due to living their lives through perseverance, they've developed greediness for hardships. Our decisions are made in a moment, but their repercussions can extend for a lifetime. Humans possess the ability to resist impulses in exchange for a brighter future. Unfortunately, many people live by the principle of if it feels good, do it, and if it doesn't, don't do it. Yielding to temptations whenever they arise is akin to surrendering your humanity in certain ways. As intelligent beings, we have the capacity, and I would venture to say the obligation to base our decisions on rational thinking, not just on instinct alone. Strive to be a better human by embracing your humanity. Exercise your willpower muscle instead of surrendering to the most primal and least beneficial part of your brain for long-term goals. While primal instincts may provide immediate comfort, they rarely serve well in the long run.
No, don't take it like go out there and run through a brick wall as many times as you can. No, I'm not saying be me. Don't run towards them 5 miles at one time. I'm not saying do that.
Bro, they're just talking. That was the enemy team. Like,
The mind is powerful.
we had 3 healers, bro, and I still could not stay alive. So it's like, if you look at the stats, they had 30. So these 2 alone had as much healing as this one guy, barely. And then this guy got out healed by 3K. So it's like these 2 healers out healed us. And then their DPS did more damage than our DPS. Granted, they had 2. And then we shit on their tanks, bro. Their tanks were dog shit. So it's like me and the other tank have 17k damage. Like, that just means that they out healed us. They out healed our damage. So it's like a healer did. And it's like I'm literally doing what my kid is supposed to do. Is like I'm trying to get the tanks out the way. I'm dealing damage, and all I need is a heal, bro. But it's like these guys have 18 kills, 17 kills, 15 kills. Mantis has 9 kills, bro, but she has 20k healing. That means she focused on healing the entire time. Like 26 kills on her. I don't know how, but like I know this guy I think swapped to like a DPS, but like Ultron players, they just try to farm kills, bro. Like that's what it feels like. And then Luna, like she's farming kills, bro. It's not like a big deal. I'm just like trying to highlight things that people don't want to hear, right? So like nobody wants to hear that like maybe they're throwing. Like everybody has good games, bad games. Ultron players should not be in ranked right now because if you're in gold playing Ultron, like it's not free, bro.
You know, like I had to get the miles and get everything in, man, and get to work, man.
But that's just I'm grinding rank, so that's to be expected. I'm trying to keep my mind fucking together right now, so I don't want to stress too much about it.
You're out. Once you say I'm not going to quit, this is the 40%. When you quit, your mind says we're done. So you have to expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say you, this sucks. I'm drowning. I'm miserable. I'm suffering. I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. It says, he's not leaving. So we got to expand. We got to grow. We got to figure this fucking thing out. So then these compartments in your brain start to they have to work. They have to work. And then you start taking these parts of your mind and you never engage them.
Did I get demoted? Oh, nice. So I got demoted, so now we don't even have a voting phase, which I guess is fine.
Have clear goals and be working on yourself every day. But if you have the wrong folks around you, there's a good chance they can be sucking the life right out of you and making sure that you go nowhere. When I select
Yeah, bro. I need to go to the gym today for sure. I'm gonna go later on tonight.
the foxhole mentality. the 4 men who joined Kish and me in Moab, only one had ever done an ultra before, and 2 others barely ran 20 miles a week. But I didn't choose them for their running ability. They all understood me. They appreciated my mindset and knew how far I was willing to go, and were ready to do whatever it took to get me there. Success in this race was a priority. When I told them I was headed back out to the job, nobody was surprised. They had been with me all day. The most important goal they expected me to try and finish. When I knocked on their doors in the morning, they were damn near packing the trail up. The look on their faces that said, "What took you so damn long?" In military speak, foxhole is a fighting position. In life, it's your inner circle. These are the people you surround yourself with. They know your history and are aware of your future goals and past limitations. But because it's a fighting position, a foxhole can just as easily be your grave. Therefore, it is crucial that you be careful about who you fight. Whether you are at war, competing in a game, or striving in life, you never want someone in your foxhole who lacks faith or will try to steer you away from your full potential by giving you permission to pack in or wave the white flag when shit looks bleak. You want the husband or wife who, when you snooze that alarm on a freezing midwinter morning before dawn, shakes you the f awake so you don't miss your training run. When you're dieting and lying about being bored of eating the same bland foods every day, they remind you of all the progress you have made, of all the hard work you have put in, and happily eat the same bland foods alongside you. When you say you're tired from all the late night studying, they stay up late with you to help you study. You want the type of race crew who, when you're suffering on the trail, are inspired by bearing witness to your struggle. They know this fuels your effort. In turn, their refusal to give up on you can only inspire you to tap the reserves you've forgotten were there and give more. They know the only time to shut down and walk away is after all options have been exhausted. Even if that means yet another sleepless night or last-minute change is needed. Those are the motherfuckers in your foxhole. How can you not stand the fight? Most people don't have a selection process for their foxhole. They invite all the old cronies and close relatives to their falls. As if growing up with someone is the top qualification for foxhole membership. Old friends are great and share. History is to be respected, but not every person who's been in your life a long time is living out their best interests. Some of them are threatened by your growth because of how it impacts them. Some are looking for a friend to keep them company in their half-assed lives. In order to populate your foxhole with the right people, you must first know who you are as an individual. That means shaking off old belief systems, creepy concepts of the world and replacing them that no longer serve you, and the habits and lifestyle that you've outgrown. Any ideas or interests that were impressed upon you by others, whether they be
Bro, ain't no way fucking two tap by a fucking Jeff.
see through all of them and discover your own unique individuality.
Bro, that's so
For
corny.
most people, this is a slow, organic process that can take years. If it happens at all,
I was trying to go back to my team.
intentionality to it, individuation can be accelerated. Once you find out who you are, the world will start delivering you care packages filled with opportunities that will fuel your quest.
Things you hate to do. Be uncomfortable every few days of your life. Roger that. I'm not the smartest kid in the world. Okay. Instead of somebody saying, "Oh no, you're smart." No, don't say that to yourself. I said to myself, "No, I'm a dumb." Okay, roger that. How you get smarter? Educate yourself. So the things that we run from the truth. We're running from the truth, man. So the only way I became successful was going towards the truth. As painful and as brutal as it is, it changed me. It allowed me to become, in my own right, who I am today.
In addition to power eating and spraying cockroaches, I did a lot of searching after I left the Air Force at 24 years old. I was looking for my place in the world and tried on different personas and subcultures, I explored becoming a wrestler. I got into powerlifting and thought about competing in that sport, but those weren't honest choices. I didn't burn with a desire to wrestle or lift heavy on stage. All I knew was that I didn't want to be David Goggins anymore. I wanted to be the hardest motherfucker ever to live. The problem was, I didn't know what the fuck that looked like. It was terrifying to admit that to anyone, including myself, because at the time, I was out of shape, working a low-wage job, and living well beyond my means. How the fuck do you go from that to hard working? I had no clue and wondered if I was delusional. Who the fuck gave me the right to have such an audacious dream? Even I thought I sounded ridiculous. But as absurd as it may have seemed, I didn't let go of that dream. I let it linger in the back of my brain. Then one day, a care package arrived in the form of a Navy SEAL documentary. And there it was. I finally found a place to start that might just lead to hard motherfucking territory. My dream no longer felt delusional. It felt possible. My evolution had begun, but as my Navy SEAL future crystallized over the next several months, I learned that things change. Not everyone in your life will be equal. You will get some serious resistance, and it will be a pain in the ass. Everywhere I turned, I found family members, friends, and co-workers resistant to my evolution because they loved the Eco Hard spraying, chocolate shake slurping fat ass. At 300 pounds, I made them feel much better about themselves, which is another way of saying they were holding me back. Years later, I learned how common that kind of thing is. Most of the men I recruited into the SEALs confided in their lives, girlfriends, and parents. They're dead set against something they love more than anything in the world. That can be extremely stressful when you are striving to be you, especially when it involves pushing your limits of pain and suffering or sacrificing life on a limb. You do not need to deal with trying to make everybody happy at the same time. When you are conflicted like that, your internal dialogue becomes counterproductive. And when those moments of true pride and kid mind is loud, that inner conflict might be the very thing that convinces you to give up. When I first made the decision to try to become a Navy SEAL, the only person in my foxhole was my mom. She knew what it entailed and was immediately on board. I didn't see any fear in her eyes. While she was worried about me, she believed in what I was doing even more, and that allowed me to train and fight with a clear head and maximum focus. Years later, when I ran Badwater, she was in my crew. I walked 100 of those 135 miles, and when horse flies were all over me, I was up in the heat. She got out of support group beside me, not because I was in pain, but because she was proud of me, because I was pushing through it all like a freaking warrior. I have people now, so when I was in the worst part of my life, those people want to bring you back in. Those people, it's like you can see who you hang out with, like when you're in your worst, and when you try to get better, what makes it hard to get better is that you are hanging around people who, like, let's say you're an alcoholic. You hang around people who drink. And let's say you want to stop drinking. Those people want to bring you back in. Like, I used to be this guy who was, who wasn't worth anything. Now those people who are still there, they're 16, 17, 18, 30 years ago, they're trying to get you back there. So the hardest part, you got to see who you're hanging out with, man. Not all friends and loved ones react that way when you change and become committed to perpetual growth. Some are genuinely offended, and you don't need or want their voices in your head, which is a nice way of saying you may be required to shake hands some motherfuckers along the way, who you hang around and speak to on a daily basis. That's why it is not a successful formula for people in drug and alcohol recovery to continue to hang out with people they used to party with if they want to stay sober. When you evolve, your inner circle must evolve with you. Otherwise, you may subconsciously halt your own growth to avoid outpacing and losing contact with the people who mean a lot to you, but may not be able to hang with you. When there is no one around you who believes in or understands your quest, turn your foxhole into a one-man fighting position. That's okay. It is always better to fight alone until you can find people strong enough to fight the good fight with you. There is no time to waste trying to pull dead weight up a hill. I've been there many times, and you must hold out until reinforcements arrive, even if it takes years. Loneliness can be difficult and depleting, but I'd much rather you stay lonely than crawl out of your foxhole and trek back through known territory into the arms of the very people who love the old you and were never comfortable with your transformation. Does this mean you have to end all relationships or burn all bridges? No, not necessarily. But doubters must be kept at arm's length, and anyone in your inner circle must accept you for who you are and who you want to become. This may require an adjustment period, and that is understandable. But within a reasonable amount of time, the men and women in your foxhole must, in their words and actions, give you permission to be you. In 2018, right before I received my WW award, I realized how much I couldn't stand being retired. I spent hours calling old friends and new contacts in the military, looking for a way back in. I considered re-enlisting in pararescue, but remembering how much I loved Ranger School and Delta selection, I thought the Army might be a better fit. So I dropped word that I was interested in enlisting as a 44-year-old grunt. It didn't take long for a recruiter to reach out. He was convinced he could make it happen. But it meant moving to some backwoods Army base for training. Quiche she'd worked hard and kicked ass in the corporate world for 20 years.
Yeah.
And she did not expect to
Don't
be
even
living
talk about.
on
Don't even say that word right now.
around an Army base at that point in time. She damn sure didn't
Like-
expect me to turn down dozens of lucrative speaking gigs to prepare for a third stint in the military.
Hey, what?
By then, I was already earning more money for an hour or two of public speaking than I'd earned in a year as a grunt. I found myself walking on eggshells, wondering if the woman I loved would want to stay with me. At the same time, I knew living someone else's idea of my life was a recipe for misery. In the end, for a number of reasons, I didn't re-enlist. I got into wildland firefighting instead. My mission hadn't changed. I was and still am trying to become the hardest motherfucker ever.
They diving pretty hard.
That's not an ego trip. It's a way of life. It may be far-fetched and even unachievable, but I remain in service of that vision. Fast forward a few years, Kish is most definitely foxhole qualified. Now, she's the one who blocks off the fire season entirely, turns down every speaking inquiry that comes in for those months without even asking me. She understands exactly who I am and what I'm about. She knows what my priorities are and fully supports them without question. She admires that I'm fulfilled by doing things that most people shy away from, and that the lure of money and fame do absolutely nothing for me, but leave me feeling empty. She wants me to find my very best. I'm wired the same way. When Keish confided in me that she wanted to run a sub 3
I know.
I helped her train and strategize. And
It's very scary.
When she mentioned possibly applying to law school, she received a package of incentives.
Oh shit.
Don't ever tell me you want to run a marathon because I will sign
Right on
you
my
up
head.
for a race, monitor your daily training, and run that. If you tell me you want to be a doctor, I'll be the motherfucker who enrolls you in med school while you're sleeping. You'll wake up to a class first thing in the morning. Most people can't handle that level of intensity, but that's the kind of backing I want. The type that comes with an expectation of effort and demands hours, weeks, and even years of hard work. Because that is exactly what it takes to fulfill lofty ambitions, and more important than that, find out what you are truly capable of. Who's in your foxhole? Tag them and tell them why.
Bro, what is going on here? Like, why is my team so bad, bro?
Finding out. If you like to swim, that's all you want to do is swim. What are you finding out? Put that. People always people talk about triple down on your strengths. That's the weakest in the world. No, triple down on your weaknesses. Find out something about yourself. You already know the good. You already know the happy. That's why on my Facebook page, like, why don't you talk about good times? You know how to get through that mother. You don't need a. You don't want to tell you how to get through. It's happy. That's easy. I'm gonna tell you how you can help yourself get through times that suck. Real life. This is real life. 90% of your life will suck. 10% will be fucking happy.
Buns.
Lucky guy and have a lot of money, have a great ass woman, all this. Trust me. One-on-one with that fucking guy, he's missing something. His life still sucks because he has to face something that bothered him his whole fucking life. Something's still eating that mother up.
Almost everybody.
Everybody. Eating up. But maybe you found a good way. How I did growing up, I've ignored that voice that's saying, you ain't faces. Period, man. I'm not special. I just stopped listening. I listened to that voice. It's why I talk so fucking aggressive. People say, man,
No,
you
bro.
believe in God, you cuss so much. When I say it's letting you know what I'm thinking. If I try to make it all pretty and shit, that's not what my life was. It was a violent struggle daily to get where I'm at today. I'm not gonna water it down. I'm not gonna water it down. It wasn't fun. It ain't fun today. But I'm happy. I was 24 years old when I realized I was broken inside.
All right, bro.
Something
Catch you later.
numb in my soul. And that numbness, that lack of deep feeling, dictated what my life had become. It's why I quit going after my goals, my biggest dreams, whenever things got hard. Quitting was just another detour. It never bothered me much, because when you're numb, you can't process what's happening to you or within you. I didn't know the power of the mind yet, and because of that, I had ballooned into a fat ass and taken a job as a cockroach sniper in restaurants. I had my excuses, of course. My numbness was a survival mechanism. It had been beaten into me by my father. By the time I turned 7, I developed a POW mindset. Going numb was how I took my beatings and maintained some level of self-respect. Even after my mother and I escaped, I continued to be stalked by tragedy and failure. And numbness was how I coped with the fact that losing was all I ever knew. When you're born a loser, your goal is to survive, not thrive. You learn to lie, to cheat, to do what it takes to fit in. You may become a survivor, but it's a miserable existence. Just like the cockroaches I was assigned to kill. You find yourself scurrying in the shadows to claim the bare necessities while hiding your true self from the light at all costs. Born losers are the ultimate cockroaches. We do what we have to, and that attitude often enables some pretty severe character defects. I certainly had some. I was a quitter, a liar, a fat, lazy motherfucker, and I was deeply depressed. I could feel myself unraveling a little at a time. Fed up and frustrated, bitter and angry. I couldn't take much more of my sorry-ass life. If I didn't change, and change soon, I knew I would die a loser, or worse. I might end up like my father, the hustler who was one quick twitch away from violence. I was consumed by misery and groping for some mental foothold to keep me from giving up for good. The only thing I could come up with was to go back to that house on Paradise Road that still haunted me. I had to get to Buffalo, New York and look my father in the eye. Because when you're living in hell, the only way to find your way out is to confront the devil himself. I was hoping to find some answers that would help me change my life. That was what I told myself anyway, as I crossed into Ohio from Indiana and veered northeast. I hadn't seen my old man in 12 years. It had been my decision to stop seeing him. At that time,
Well,
the
you
court
can't
system
expect to
allowed
win 'em
children to
all.
make those decisions once they turned 12. I made that choice mostly out of respect for and loyalty to my mom. He'd stopped beating us after we left Buffalo, but the one thing that never went numb was how I felt about what my mother endured at his hands. Still, over the years, I had questioned that decision and began to wonder if my memories, if the stories I told myself were true. On the long drive, I didn't listen to music. All I heard were the competing voices in my head. The first voice accepted me as I was. It's not your fault, David. None of this is your fault. You're doing the best you can with what you've been given. That was the voice I've been listening to my entire life. It's not my fault was my favorite refrain. It explained and justified my lot in life and the dead-end path in front of me. And it played 24/7. However, for the first time, another voice chimed in. Roger that. It ain't your fucking fault that you were dealt a bad hand. But it is your responsibility. How long will you allow your past to hold you back before you finally take control of your future? Compared to the first, more nurturing voice in my head, this one was ice cold, and I did my best to tune it out. The closer I got to Buffalo, the younger and more helpless I felt. When I was 150 miles away, I felt like I was 16 years old. As I pulled off the highway and wound through the Buffalo City streets, I felt like I was 8. The same age I was when we packed all our shit in the garbage.
So David Goggins' speech.
Once I walked into the house, it was
But
always
yeah, bro, this shit is ass. Bro, I don't know. Like, I guess the healers are just dog shit today. Because, like, we've literally lost 2 games due to healer diff. Like, we had 3 healers and they got out fucking healed by 2 healers, bro. Like, these Ultron players are kind of getting fucking old because it's like, I get that Ultron is, like, new and shit like that. But, like, why are you in ranked right now, bro? Like, and the Ultron player is only as good as his team. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I trust Hackman to play Ultron, but not everybody is Hackman. Bro, fuck no. This shit is kind of toxic, bro. So it's just like if you're a tank, like, why do we not have any, like, I guess I could go Strange because he has ranged abilities, but, like, being a melee tank right now just feels so bad, bro. Because one of the healers is definitely a flyer. It's like they changed the meta to pretty much fuck healers, or fuck tanks. Brother. And then everybody's just DPSing as Iron Man because the Ultron team up. If you can't shoot down flyers, so then it's like, I had a teammate who's like, it's 3 flyers, and then they literally went Squirrel Girl, and I was like, alright. What you call it? Squirrel Girl against flyers seems really bad. And then it's like, bro, where are all the Spider-Man mains, bro? I'm banned. He's already banned, bro. About to ban fucking... About to ban Ultron, bro, because that's all they... Like, low-key, we should just be banning flyers at this point, and then the meta will be fine. Which is, like, higher ranks probably realize that. Because it's like, you ban Ultron, and then... Like, bro is still going Iron Man, bro. Just probably because he's only been playing Iron Man. I'm the solo tank, bro. Thank you. The fuck?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Why am I stuck in the screen? Oh, they banned Hulk? Bro, what the who bans Hulk, bro? Bro, I've never seen Hulk banned. I'm probably dead here. Oh, he's way too far. Kill this motherfucker. Brother, how do they have ults already, bro? I mean, I guess I'm about to get mine, but oh, they just used both their ults. How's this guy still alive? How's this guy? This dude literally took. This is what I'm not getting, bro. How is he still alive? He took 0 damage. Does Punisher get like an ult? I know, bro. I bursted down fucking Punishers. Like, how was this guy alive, bro? I literally ulted on top of him. Yeah, now the Punisher's in. I gotta get back in that back line. I'm in point. Bro, what? Come out the spawn, bro. Fuck did she go? It's easier kind of flares, Hello Punisher, Hawkeye. Yeah, but nobody plays those. Everybody just like acts like they don't know how to take care of flyers now. We have no Spider-Man players, like literally, bro. Like everything that we were bitching about last season, like people playing, now nobody wants to play it, bro. Apparently, everybody just wants to. Oh, this is dope. Brother. Just disappeared, bro. Brother. I should have dropped bubble, but like my team is not pushing up, bro. It's like, how am I the only one on point right now? Who died? Who killed them, bro? Bro, we got 2 seconds. Bro, these dudes are actually ass, bro. And we have have no heroes, no healers on the point. I gotta stay on point. I can't stay on point because I can't heal. Dope, bro. Yeah, Jeff Nato is like, Jesus Christ, team is really trash. Toxic, bro. I'll F5 this right now, bro.
Don't fucking surrender. Just learn how to play the game.
Oh, fuck. Brother, where are the heals, bro? Oh, Black Panther's just diving our fucking back line. And then I don't make it to him in time and die. Bro, where are my heals? Nice, I'm dead. Brother. Oh. Ultron robot. Ultron, let me see. Yeah, I mean, he probably just made that account. 18k damage. I mean, we did roughly the same. It's a healer diff. DPS diff. Nine and 6, 21 and 1, 8 and 3, like 9 and 13, 3 and 7. This dude went what? This was the Wolverine, yeah, bro. This dude went from Moon Knight to fucking Star-Lord, like. Me. Like, these two just literally stayed the same. Like, everybody stayed the same role, and she just swapped off because, fuck it. Like, we're dicking on this team. Keep banning Ultron outright is so funny. Yeah, I'm trying to, bro, because, like, it's, like, this dude still went Iron Man, though, bro. Like, who did the best healing? Cloak and Dagger, I'll give her. Everybody else is just dog shit, bro. I mean, Jeff did decent, but, like, definitely trying to put out damage more than anything. And then people keep banning Hulk in rank. I'm like, I'm trying to play Hulk. And they're like, oh, the team up. I was like, bro, nobody plays the team up, bro. Nobody plays Daymore, bro. Everybody is literally playing Iron Man and Ultron. Like, Ultron, bro. I don't think Penny is a problem like that. Thank you. Now, who else would we ban? Not too many people play Storm. But I think, so they can't, yeah, we ban Penny, I guess. It's like either Penny or Rocket. Brother, there's no way, bro. There's no way that people are this scared of this Hulk matchup in rank, bro. What the fuck? Brother. Damn, bro. Can I get that type of healing? Or I'm literally just going to be banned 7 out of 10 times. You're trying to lure, you shouldn't play comp. I didn't realize, like, people were banning Hulk like that in ranked. Like, is it that bad? Like, I never see anybody play Hulk, so it's, like, weird to me. This is not a good place for me to get my ult at. It works. Oh, I'm bugged. as a counter flyer. I mean, I guess if it's Hulk and Wolverine, but like every game, bro. I mean, I'm banning flyers regardless, bro. Like I enjoy playing a normal game of Rivals. I'm glad. The only reason why I'm playing comp is because we get bans, but I keep getting demoted also because my healers are just throwing. From where, bro? Bro just shot a random ult down the lane and actually killed somebody. That's the wild part. It will tilt enemy teams into the ground, but just ban. Oh yeah, facts. He's good on a good player, but like I'm not trusting a new Ultron to carry me in ranked at all. Like his heals still aren't like. I don't think I've seen a Ultron get 20k healing. Oh, she's cooked, bro. Yeah, let me just farm this ult up real quick. Alright, time to wipe their squad. Oh, bro! What? Who'd I get? There's no way I got one tap. Alright. I don't know who clapped my shit like that, but I'm about to kill their team now. Oh my god, bro. Brother. Oh, this is only one kill, but I'll take it. If it means getting somebody off the point, I guess it's worth. Nice. I hate teams, bro. They just literally spam every ult, bro. If they weren't bad, they would actually probably be winning this. Oh, she's so one. Thank you. Their healers down, they should be good. This dude's Jersey clobbering me, bro. Out of my face, bro. Your ass. Oh, you cooked my team right there. Oh. Only the Winter Soldier. I've been working hella hard for the counter plays. Yeah, I mean, literally, you just ban Ultron because that takes away one of their flyers. The healer, I think the healer in the back in the flying community is kind of like Ultron makes the people want to play flyers, but when you ban Ultron, they're like, oh, like walk them down. Damn, I should just low key. Oh, they banned Penny. Rip. The crazy part is like tanks are being banned, bro. And then the worst part is like they didn't even ban like the good tanks. Like they just banned the tanks that nobody plays ever. Oh, this dude's alive, bro. What is going on with my heels? Is this? Oh my god, come around the corner a little bit. They're so low. I thought he was gonna follow up, but he just literally missed and then stayed back. Oh, he died. Damn, tragic. Well, this is not the best Winter Soldier I've ever seen. I felt like he should have had 3 kills there at least. They were pretty low. That's why I thought chasing was gonna be a good idea, but it's just like an awkward position to be in. Especially when my team is not here. Damn. Oh, that pops their ult. It's one ult down. Brother. Oops. What the fuck? How are they hitting the checkpoint and we're literally on top of it? Brother. $16K damage. It takes 2 of the strongest healers out of the mix, yeah. I mean, the best combo, ban Ultron and Cloak. Oh yeah. Like low-key, I hate playing against Cloak players because her ult is just so like oppressive to me. Damn, bro, why are they just like getting digged on? My food is dead. Oh, I'm just dead. I got 1 healer. And she's definitely not.
They've swapped to counter us entirely. We should do the same.
Who they swapped? They didn't swap anybody. Bro, how are they countering us? What are they countering us with? These guys just aren't getting kills anymore. What are they, like, what's the counter here? I don't see. Dude swapped off a group. Brother. Like, Hella's fighting this damn Iron Man. Alright, well, let's see how that goes. Bro, what? How all of a sudden my team just can't stay alive, bro? Brother, no way. Bro, where's my team? Push up. Like, these dudes are so low, and it's just like we're not capitalizing on anything right now. And then fucking Iron Man, bro. Shoot this motherfucker, bro. Throws, bro. I have just as many kills as the fucking Scarlet Witch. top of that, like, I don't think I ever saw this man in his turret. Literally, if we die, we're cooked. They're dead. We're done. I have no heals right now. No heals, bro. Both our healers dead, bro.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
46 kills. 37 kills, bro. Look at this. Look at this, bro. 31. Like, why did they swap? The first group was good. So I don't know why he swapped off a tank. Why did we swap the worst DPS player to this? Literally, I almost had as much damage as him on Thor, bro. Like, bro, I need to avoid these players. High key. Yeah, I got demoted again, bro. I hate talking to these players, bro. Sorry. Like, bro, how are you gonna pick DPS and then be like, sorry, I can't get a kill, bro? I would have rather had 3 healers.
The right heroes can make all the difference.
But how's everybody's day going? Mine's just gonna be going back and forth between gold 3 and gold 2. Yeah, I mean, low key, I'm trying to. I don't know what more I can do as a tank. Like, I don't feel like the tanks are the issue right now. I just feel like our DPS just doesn't want a DPS, or like they're not understanding the meta that we're in. Like, I feel like a Punisher over Moon Knight should always be the choice right now. I mean, bro is gonna run Ultron no matter what. So if he's not banned, they're running Ultron, bro. It's like, why would I swap to Ultron, who I'm trying to learn how to play, just to like get tilted?
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
Knee heel. Behind.
Nobody healed me through that? Oh, I'm just dead, bro. I mean, I wish more people were playing Rocky because he's actually useful and ranked with his reboot. Oh, nice. Everybody's dead. Oh, bro. I'm fucked. Bro, they're just jumping me. Get in here, bro. Brother. Y'all just gonna be dog shit all day, bro. This should be pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. $5 says this Iron Man gets one tapped. How hard is that, bro? How hard is that to focus somebody who is a problem, a threat to our team? Nice. Yo. Who's the other healer? Where's he at? No, that's dope. I mean, I popped her ult, but that's all I'm here to do. Get him. There are other healers. Where's this dude run into, bro? Oh, I'm just dead, bro. Because Ultron is trying to get kills, bro. Instead of healing me. There's no way they wiped the squad right there, bro. Alright, you're done.
Hey, use the ultimate. Use the ultimate, guys.
Alright, I've literally played Thor too long to lose like that.
Time to switch things
god of thunder and the mightiest avenger.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Science solves problems.
Round
I'm
two.
trying to make the
go.
gamma in me useful.
Ultron virus reinforcement.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Did you bring your squirrely little pals?
I mean, have you met me? Dippy-toe, meet Moon Knight.
I don't speak squirrel.
I'm hulking out!
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hulk protect!
We got a shield, Tandy.
Another one's on Avengers Tower. Make fun of my tail all you want, but I've still beaten Doom, Thanos, and Galactus. Just embrace the light. Oh,
Gamma shield! You need Hulk!
Tandy needs help.
Got shook!
vortex field.
Gotta take cover! No smashing us now!
You shall not be harmed.
Light consumes you.
I am invited to Avengers Tower. That is a first.
Strong again! Leave them to themselves!
Us against the world.
Hostile fire from behind.
No smashing us now!
Everything hurts. Co-op time. I'm right here. Please, we're hurt.
My resistance.
It's clobbering time!
Disappear.
Place of honor in my machine empire, Herbie.
The moon haunts you!
It's no longer a threat. For mutant kind! Ultron outstart!
By the eye of Agamotto!
Lights out. They're coming up ahead.
Clear the way.
Welcome to the dark fluid dimension. You were expecting the...
I'm hulking out!
An arcane
Isn't that
artifact.
what to destroy it all?
Reign supreme.
Hulk grateful! Hulk smash!
Please, we're hurt. Us against the world.
Leave them to Khonshu!
Fantastic! Ha ha! Whoa! Ha ha!
Gamma shield!
Ha!
Watch out, an oak.
How do you like that?
Only 60 seconds left.
They're coming up ahead. Suffer in the darkness.
No one asked for your opinion, robot. Especially Khonshu.
I'm hulking out!
Disappear!
The source of Moon Knight's magic is
Strong
Down to 30
again!
seconds.
Ultron reign supreme.
Everyone wants to
Let's finish the
take
job.
on Hulk!
The squirrels get the win. You got a tail.
Hulk protect! The moon!
Moon Knight left it off here.
checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Hulk grateful. Gamma shield.
Who gave me this awesome shield?
Leave them to Khonshu!
You must repair.
Gamma shield.
Watch your back.
Stay right there.
You cannot hurt me.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Gamma shield.
Protection is always
Us against the world.
Get robot to Avengers Tower. Easy.
Obsolete specter.
Okay, I got you
Stick
now.
around. Hulk protect. Hulk grateful. It's clobbering time. The moon haunts you. Gamma shield.
one of Moon Knight's onks, I presume. Insolent fool.
Only 60 seconds left.
Everything hurts.
Squirrel on.
Leave them to Khonshu!
Exquisite.
The darkness.
Help me now. Remember that.
Fantastic!
Don't try that now.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
What happened to the squirrels?
Hulky. Ow. No smashing us now. Hulk smash.
I become vulnerable.
Down to 30 seconds.
Ahead, I found them.
Gamma shield.
The final 10 seconds.
Not so tough.
Just a temporary.
I'm Hulky. Ow.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Us against the world. Psionic surge.
No smashing us now.
My resistance is
Leave them to Khonshu!
Get robot to Avengers Tower. Easy.
One of us
The moon haunts you.
All right, Ty. Now we really have to attack.
I'm not.
Double KO.
No smashing us now. That's the stuff.
More vulnerable than ever.
Gamma shield.